Hi, welcome to the Gemara on Daf Hey Amud Aleph. We're going to start immediately following the Mishnah. Amar le Rav Nachman le Rav Yitzchak. Nachman said to Rav Yitzchak, Yoreh b'Nisan, do we get this kind of rain called Yoreh in Nisan? Yoreh b'Mar Cheshvan hu. Yoreh comes in Mar Cheshvan. And then we have in parentheses Ditznan, but we know from our Masoret Hashas that the word is actually meant to be changed to Titania. So we'll do that. Titania, Yoreh b'Mar Cheshvan u'Malkosh b'Nisan. As we learned in a Breita, that the earlier kind of rain comes in Mar Cheshvan and the later kind of rain comes in Nisan. That's how it's generally supposed to work. Amar le, so Rav Yitzchak said back to Rav Nachman, Hachi Amar Rabbi Yochanan. This is what Rabbi Yochanan said. B'imei Yoel ben Petuel, nitkayem mikra zeh. This pasuk in which Yoreh happens in Nisan happened in the days of Yoel. It's a quote from Yoel in our Mishnah, and it actually happened in the days of Yoel. Dichtiv, as it says Dichtiv Bey, as it says about it. Yetzer hagezem achal ha'arbeh v'gomer. So the rest of the produce was eaten by the locusts. I explained to you about the locust plague at the time of Yoel. Ota shana yatsa Adar v'lo yardu geshamim. That year, Adar ended, and rain still hadn't come. Yarda lehem reviyah rishona be'echad b'Nisan. And the rain only started on the 1st of Nisan. It didn't rain before then, the entire year. If you remember, this is part of the overall famine that they're experiencing at this time. Amar lehem Navi Yisrael. So the Navi, Yoel, said to the Jewish people, Tze'u v'zaru, go out and plant. Amrulo, they said back to him, meaning Bnei Israel said back to the Navi, Misha yesho kab chitim o kabim seorin yochlanu v'yichyeh o yizre'enu v'yamut. So, they said someone who has Misha yesho kab chitim, a measure of wheat, or 2 measures of barley, maybe they should eat it and live, or should they plant it and die? Meaning, we have these seeds and we've had this famine for a really long time. Don't you think it'd be better if we eat the little bit we have left rather than plant it and risk that, it might not rain anymore, whatever. It might not grow and then we really won't have any food at all. Amar lahem, so the Navi says to them, Afapichen tze'u v'zaru. He says, no, even so you need to go plant it. Na'asa lehem nes, v'nitgala lehem mashe b'kotlin u'mashe b'chorein malim. A miracle occurred, and it was revealed to them, that which was in the walls and in the holes made by the ants. In other words, they miraculously found seeds that had been hidden away. Seeds are very tiny, so they could be hidden away in very small places, and they miraculously discovered them. Yatsu v'zaru, they went out and planted, Sheni v'shlishi v'revi'i, on the 2nd and 3rd and 4th day of Nisan, right? Because it rained the 1st day of Nisan. So then they went out and planted for 3 days. And the second rain fell on the 5th of Nisan. Hikrivu Omer b'shisha asar b'Nisan. They offered the Omer offering of grain on the 16th of Nisan. Nimtzeit tfuah gdela b'shisha chodashim gdela be'echad asar yom. So it emerged, behold, they found that grain that normally grows in 6 months grew in 11 days. Nimtza omer hakarev mitfuah shel shisha chodashim karev mitfuah shel echad asar yom. And it emerged that omer, this grain offering that is usually offered from grain that grows over the course of 6 months, was offered from grain that grew in 11 days. Ve'aloto hador hu omer. And regarding this generation, the pasuk in Tehillim says, Hazorim b'dima berina yiktzaru, haloch yelechu v'acho no semeshach hazara. V'gomer. And a pasuk that is presumably familiar to all of you about sowing in sadness and reaping in gladness. So you plant and you're sad, and then when you collect the food, you're happy. So that this whole situation is what that pasuk refers to in some way. And now the Gemara is going to break it down for us. My haloch yelechu v'acho no semeshach v'gomer. what does this part of the pasuk mean? What does it mean to say this? Meaning presumably because there's a double language in the pasuk, right? There's what we would call parallelism, two halves of the pasuk, each meaning that people plant in sadness and reap in joy. So why have the second part of the pasuk? Amar Rabbi Yehuda, Shor kishu choresh hulechu bacha. An ox, when it goes and plows, when it pulls the plow, it goes along and cries. Uvechaziroto ochel chaziz min hatelem. But when it goes back, sort of back along the rows, so it goes down one side and up the other side. So in this case, as it was returning, it was already eating sprouts from the ground. Right? That's how fast, in this case, things were growing. They had just planted them, and immediately they started to sprout. Vizehu boyavoverina. So that's the, here I'll put a comma here, that's boyavoverina, right? That's why it comes back in joy, because it already has something to eat. So that's why that's referred to. My noseh alamotav. What does noseh alamotav mean? What does that part of the pasuk mean? And the answer is Amar Rav Chisda v'Amar Lo b'matnita Tana kaneh zeret shibolet zratayim. So Rav Chisda said, or others say, Amrilaz, there's another opinion that says b'matnita Tana, that it was taught in a breita. So either way, we have an opinion that says kaneh zeret shibolet zratayim. So the kaneh is the stalk of the grain, and the shibolet is like the top of the grain, the flowery kind of head. And presumably, the shibolet is the part that has greater nutritional value. That's where the actual seeds are. That's the part that you really eat. So usually the kaneh, the stalk, is the longer part, and the shibolet is smaller. But in this case, the wheat that grew, or the grains that grew, the kaneh was one zeret, one measurement long, and the shibolet was twice as long, zeratayim. So this was not only miraculously quickly growing wheat, but it was also miraculously sized wheat. And that all made it very special. Okay, we're stopping here. I'm not asking you to make a structure chart. I'm just asking you 3 questions. If you were to make a structure chart, name 3 words that would go in that structure chart, 3 words in this piece of the Gemara that indicate some function, that indicate that something is happening. And second question is, what is the Omer? You can look it up anywhere you want to. Do some research. What is the Omer offering? What's that about? Okay, we'll stop here.